How's it going, everyone? This is Isaiah from NerdForHire. Today we're working on a PS4 controller. This one has a busted right analog stick. It doesn't have drift, but on the inside, I can show you on the replacement part here. This is the potentiometer. This is your analog stick. On the inside, it's got a little tactile switch there, which registers as R3. When you push down on it, it'll click. I don't know if you can hear that. That seems to be broken on here, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to end up replacing the whole stick anyways. Figured to make a video of it to show you how to do it. It's pretty simple if you have a hot air station, soldering iron. Let's get to it. Alright, so this guy's going to have a full teardown as well. Let me get my arms out of the way. Magnets. Okay. Figured we do a full teardown as well on it. I'll show you how to take these apart. They're pretty simple. There's 4 screws here on the back, and on the case for this one, there's only 3. This controller came out of a lot of 40 broken controllers that we got in. So far, I've repaired 11. This will be number 12 once I finish. So just got those 4 screws. You can just start prying it apart. You might need a tool. It feels like you're going to break it. Some other models will have a bar that goes here in between the L1 and R1, but this specific one does not. There's a ribbon cable always on them that's connected to it. Pull the ribbon cable off, set your back off to the side, battery. Usually there's a little bit of adhesive on the cover there. Pull the battery out, just like so. And then one final screw. You're all good to go. Take out the last screw. You can set it there. This just comes out. Sometimes there's a clamp, depending on the model of controller. Next thing you're going to need to do, the vibration motors are soldered to the board. So the best way for me to remember whenever I put them back together, I start with the controller facing this way. The right side will be facing off to the left. So your right motor, red's on top, black's on bottom. Just heat up those pads, pull the wires off, and then I flip it, and then red's on top, black's on bottom. Just like so. So now that is out, taken care of. Last thing, pull this ribbon cable out, right there. Grip, there we go. It just pulls out, that's your touchpad. Flip it over, push in on the thumbsticks, and this little board just comes right out. So that is your controller board. You can take off the thumbsticks. If you need to replace just the stick caps, that's how you get to that. And yeah, just as I thought. Someone may have been a little too aggressive. Busted the housing on the inside there. It just does not connect. I don't know if the camera can pick it up or not, but over there on the right side there, you can see where it just does not connect anymore. Someone busted that. So we're gonna get that taken care of. So it's your right stick, your left side there. Get this set up. Nice and sturdy. Alright, so I've got my hot soldering iron. It is all set up. So make sure you can see everything. Let me zoom in a little bit more. We'll be focused on that one there. Move my camera just a tad. Adjust for it. Okay. Very good. So normally I would have my fume extractor going, but it's pretty loud. It's not gonna pick me up. So I'm just gonna hold my breath and then exhale, blowing all that junk away. So to get the stick out, There are, let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different points that hold this stick together. These 3 here are your actual potentiometer pins. And then these 4 is for the 3 button. You're pushing in. And then these 4 are just the anchor points for that. So I like to take some low melt solder and just heat up, starting there, push it in, let it sit there for a second so that it all mixes together. This is going to help lower our melting point for the solder. Make it a lot easier in the long run to clean up what solder is left after you take the stick out, and also get the stick out faster so you're not subjecting the board to more heat than it needs to be. That's one thing that we like to avoid, is overheating the board. It can damage other components. It's not a good thing. Good way to tell it's mixed together is after the solder cools, it'll be shiny. So you know it's got a good, healthy mixture. Clean the tip off this. Turn my hot air station on. I've got it about 60% airflow at 420 degrees Celsius. Hot air station's a little old and it's not calibrated most likely, so usually running it a little bit higher because I don't think it's actually 420 degrees. I'm just gonna keep these warm while the hot air station heats up. Just make sure everything healthy mixed. Okay. Hot air station's heated up. So I'm gonna move in a circular motion, and at the same time I'm gonna use my soldering iron to kind of help it a little bit. Just get these points all nice and melted. Looks good. Put my iron away. Just keep this going. Circular motion. Falls right out. Didn't even need to pull the tweezers out. So now, this might be a little awkward. I'm going to reposition my stuff here. I need to get my hot air gun underneath, so I'm going to move. So I've got this solder pump, desolder pump. Yeah, there we go. Got to zoom in kind of far. I can move down here. Maybe see a little bit better. So it just sucks. Push the button. Push it forward, hit the button, sucks the solder out. So I'm going underneath. Kind of want to do this quickly because the longer you hold it, the more chance you have of burning components out. You can also use a soldering wick as well. This I feel is the quickest way to do it. There we go. So we're done with the hot air station. Might have to let this board cool. deal. So here's the new stick. I know I've already showed it off earlier. Orient it the right way. Might actually take it off the hands. If you're lucky and like me, the stick will stay in. If it doesn't, try and get it on its side, the whole board on its side. Hold it, get one or two pins in, and then flip it back over so you can get a better angle at it. But I got lucky with mine, staying in perfectly fine. So, to finish this off, we're going to go ahead and resolder all these points. Take your tip, put it up to the pin itself, and then just feed a little solder in there. Perfect. Doesn't matter which order you go in. This is the order I like to go in, like to do those 4. And then do the potentiometers. Don't need a whole lot of solder. Little goes a long ways. And that's it. We can reassemble. I'm going to turn my iron off so I don't forget to turn it off later. Accidentally leave it on overnight, because I've done that before. Clean it up a little bit. There's a little flux from the core of that solder. Trash. And there you go. There's your new stick. It has its clicky abilities. Feels good. And we can just put everything back together. I still need my iron on, actually. Forgot about that. So, we're just going to go in reverse order that we took it apart. Pour back in. Oop, actually, hold on. Don't forget your caps. This is controller number 12, and I have not yet learned my lesson. I keep forgetting to put my caps back on first. Now you can put the board in. Get your board in. It goes in one way. Put the ribbon cable in. Sorry. I'm going to put this screw in just to hold the board in place, so I can get these back in with no fuss. Right on top, black on bottom, with the controller upside down facing you, top facing you. Flip it over, bottom facing you, red on top, black on bottom. There we go. Screwdriver. Take that screw out. Battery holder back in. Screw back in. Put your battery back in. And battery in backwards. There we go. Battery's in. Ribbon cable. well. Open the bottom. Make sure that acrylic piece is in right. Shove it in wrong. There you go. Now I got those 4 screws that are on the back. In this controller's case, only 3. Okay. Stay on. There we go. Only 3. This bottom left one, the casing is busted. A lot of these controllers look like someone took their aggression out on, so. Some of them had cracked shells and busted thumbsticks like you saw in that one. There you go, guys. This controller's back together. I'm going to test the thumbstick out here in a second, make sure it's all good. It should be, like I said, it came from a good controller. It just ended up salvaging some of the components off of it for more controllers. So you're all good to go. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.